Yo, what's up guys? I'm Grandmaster Shaymin and welcome back to the channel. Today, yet another episode of Sakura Cupid, so make sure you click that thumbs up button down below for me because you already know your support is greatly appreciated. And hit that subscribe button if you are not already for future content. And without further ado, in the last episode, Sarah has been defeated not once but twice. Her plans foiled and now she has exiled herself from heaven, knowing that undoubtedly she would be exiled by Gabriel herself. And she just doesn't have the ability to go back and take the verbal lashing from Gabriel. I cannot believe it. Ellipses. I lost again. Ellipses. Sarah sits on the couch in the living room and staring at her feet, she sniffs. The effects of the love bullet have long since worn off, but she hasn't gone back to heaven yet. I wonder why. Maybe she's given up. For the last half hour, she's been sitting on the couch, quietly despairing. It's kind of creepy, actually. Do you think she'll be alright? I'm not really sure. Sarah's always been pretty serious. If she scored anything other than a perfect in her exam, she took it to heart. Losing to me not once, but twice, must have taken quite a blow on her self-esteem, which is, from what I recall, already pretty fragile. I am hopeless. I am a useless failure of a Cupid. I cannot believe I screwed up. I had the perfect chance and I ruined it. What would Gabriel say? How can I face her now? I cannot go back to heaven like this. Ellipses. Hey Sarah, you alright? She's crying, Lilium. Yeah, I can see that. Is there anything I can say that'll cheer Sarah up? Sarah. Nani. You might have lost the fight, but you gave it your all. I could tell how hard you tried. You shouldn't get in trouble if you go back to heaven. Gabriel should praise you for doing your best. You just got unlucky, being pit against a sly, willy, sexy femme fatale like me. I strike a pose. It didn't seem to cheer Sarah up. She's still pouting. But, I mean, the femme fatale like me. No? Ugly as fuck fatale? Okay. She looks kind of adorable when she pouts. It makes me want to stretch her cheeks between my fingers. You are wrong, Lilium. Ellipses. Huh? What do you mean? I'm not sexy? No, you definitely are totally, extremely sexy, but not about that, Ellipses. Not that I would ever look at you in that way, of course. Sure. You better not, you fucking slut. Lilia, oh, I skipped it, but basically it was... Oh, alright, there's a back button in this game. It's so fucking awesome. I cannot go back to heaven now. Lady Gabriel told me. She said if I messed up another mission to bring you back, she would banish me. Ellipses. She'd banish you? That sounds a little harsh. I know, that's what I thought, but ellipses. Lady Gabriel is quite a draconian. She doesn't take failures lightly. Failure, huh? Ellipses, question mark. I guess that's what I am now, ellipses. Her eyes are even deader than a fish's. You mean the fish that goes in your freaking omelet? I can see that. I wave my hand in front of Sarah's face, but she doesn't react. She just sits there staring blankly into space. This could be bad. Being banished from heaven would be like an incredible blow against a serious girl like Sarah, who's always worked hard her whole life. She's such a good, pure girl. She doesn't deserve to be punished so harshly. Maybe if I return to heaven of my own volition, Gabriel will forgive Sarah. But I don't want to do that. If I went back, then Mitsuki... I guess for the time being, this is all I can do. You know, I've been thinking. Nani. At least she's engaging with me, that's something. For a while, I was starting to worry her soul had been vacated through her body with sheer shame. Maybe you lost those 2 fights with me because you wanted to lose. What? What do you mean? Ellipses, exclamation mark, question mark. I mean, look at it logically. Like, you ever think with logic? Hey, I can engage in critical thinking from time to time, thank you very much. Not that I'm going to start reading any about rationale or something. See, Sarah, here's the thing. We've been friends for a long time, right? Ever since we were kids. Remember how we used to race around in the clouds back in grade school and catch them doves in the air, even when we got in trouble? See, catching the doves wasn't my idea, it was yours. But you still went along with it, yo, even though we got scolded by Uriel. Why are you talking like that? I don't know. Well, even though it was against the rules, ellipses, it was kind of fun, I guess, ellipses. You see? We've had lots of fun times together, yo, and that's why you don't want to beat me. You know, if you know I don't fit back in heaven. You know that made me feel miserable. And that's why, even though Gabriel himself asked you to bring me back, you just couldn't do it. You couldn't bring yourself to. You couldn't bring yourself to turn a homie in. You were thinking about me this whole time, weren't you? No, of course not. No, I was not. Sure. That whole spiel about making me fall in love with you, even if it was for 5 minutes. That whole thing about how you don't like Mitsuki because, you know, Mitsuki's my lover. This girl is such a bad liar, it's almost painful. But I have to thank you, Sarah, for being useless, for being conscientious. It's because you care about me and our friendship that you don't drag me back to heaven, and I appreciate it a lot. I owe you one. Whatever, ellipses. It is not like I want you to be in my debt, ellipses. I mean, what good is that going to do me now? I'm not even allowed back into my own home. Sigh, ellipses. You might not be allowed back in your home in heaven, but you're more than welcome to stay here. Are you sure? Do you really think that is a good idea, Lilium? The girl tried to kidnap you by force, not once but twice, plus she wants to erase my memories. Plus, you belong to me. I will not let Sarah have you. For all we know, it could be a clever ploy if she's plotting against us. Sarah isn't the kind of plot, she's not underhanded enough. She's the kind of girl who announces her arrival even when she's trying to pull off a surprise attack because she can't stand the idea of being unfair. To put it bluntly, no, she has a lot of book smarts, but no common sense. That's mean, ellipses, exclamation mark. But you didn't say it was untrue. Well, maybe, ellipses. I guess I still have a lot to learn, ellipses. I think you're fine just the way you are now, Lilium, ellipses. Do you really mean that? That's right. It's because you're so pure and honest and incorruptible that you're super fun to bully. You have not changed since we were kids, Lilium, ellipses. And you haven't changed at all either. That's why I'm asking you to stay here, because I trust you after all these years. We're still best friends, right? Well, ellipses, I guess you are right. I don't have anywhere else to go now, and you are my best friend. Great, then it's decided. I beam brightly and clap my hands together. You don't mind, do you, Mitsuki? Of course I mind. Of course I mind. This little cunt waffle being in our house for me and you. Our love hotel, if you will, where we consummate our love together every night. Okay, well, this is your house. If you want this girl to stay here, I suppose I can't argue. You can do what you want, but what? You better be careful, Sarah. Mitsuki grabs a saucepan and points it in Sarah's direction. If you dare do anything to hurt me or Lilium, I will make you pay in blood. Don't you think that's going a bit too far? I mean it. Too far? No, not at all. By blood, I mean literally your life. If you lay a finger on my beloved, I will hit you with this frying pan until you bleed to death. I'm doing this because I love you, Lilium. I won't let anybody hurt you. If this Sarah girl lays a finger on you, I'll break it clean off and put it in my omelet rice. Hoo hoo hoo. Okay. Gotta love that yandere status, dude. She's not that, she's a bit aggressive, but she's not like, Gasai yandere. But, I mean, she's technically on the yandere spectrum, because that's the obsessive, personality there. Maybe I should keep an eye on Mitsuki from now on. I don't want her to do anything illegal. I mean, I kinda do. It'd be kinda fun. Ah, yeah. Speaking of potentially illegal things, all right, she's just gonna try and make her do, you know, the omelet rice. I mean, it's pretty cool. No, let Sarah eat the omelet. Okay. So we're just gonna get through this part. Yep, the omelet's talking. Not really a big fan of this. It's just really overdone. That's all. I really like the characters, but... Okay, so... Ikidakimasu. And with that, Sarah inhales. She counts to 10 under her breath, and then shovels a fork full of omelet into her mouth. Blah! Mother... Ellipses. I am sorry I sucked my thumb until I was 13 years old. Ellipses. Father, ellipses, I was the one who creased your copy of the Donatello Code, ellipses. Miss Raphael, ellipses, I knew Lilium brought that frog into class, but I did not say anything, ellipses, exclamation mark. Please forgive me for my sins, ellipses. There is a lot I have done wrong in my life, and maybe I cannot make amends for it now, but ellipses, I want you to know before it is too late. Now it is time for me to fall into an eternal slumber. Are you alright? Ellipses. Sarah's laying on the couch. She stares up at the ceiling with unfocused eyes. Her face looks horribly pale, and there's a sweat beating from her forehead. Her hair sticks to her clammy skin. Her forehead is burning, but the rest of her body is horribly cold. It's incredible, really. She only had one mouthful of the omelet, and it's already having a profound effect on her. If I was a biologist or a doctor, maybe I'd want to write these results down. It might help future generations. But I'm neither. I'm just a Cupid, and all I can do is watch Sarah, my arms folded across my chest. Hey, Sarah, if you see the light, don't go towards it. Lights, ellipses. Would be too bright right now, ellipses. My whole head is spinning, ellipses. I will become a being of the darkness, ellipses. My blood is turning to ice in my veins, ellipses. Death is not far from me now, ellipses. Maybe I should get some aspirin. If you're feeling sick, you didn't need to push yourself to eat my food. The last thing I want you to do is to upset your stomach. I think your food might be the problem. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. So she's still protesting her innocence, huh? I see. Maybe Mitsuki doesn't realize how lethal her food is. My head. I don't know if I can keep going. You have to keep going. I'll be really annoyed if you died on my couch. Besides, laying here being miserable won't make you feel any better. We should go out. It'll help you take your mind off things. I don't know if I can, ellipses. Then you can come lean on my shoulder. I want to show you all there is to see in Tokyo. It's been a long time since I last saw you. It'll be a fun bonding experience. Don't you want to bond with me? I do. I mean, I will hang out. I missed you too, Lilium. Then let's get going. I can't stand waiting around the house. It's so boring. Oh, are we going on a date? That's right, Mitsu. A date? Oh, a date with my darling, precious Lilium. I must go fix my makeup. Mitsuki scurries off, Sarah watching her retreat back. Aren't you sure that's alright? What? Sarah frowns through the paint, her forehead wrinkling. Encouraging her like that? It'll be fine. You worry too much. What do you mean encouraging? She's my girlfriend. And you don't worry enough, ellipses. Yup, and it stops me from giving wrinkles like you've got right there. Don't I look gorgeous? You are not bad looking, I suppose. Huh, thanks, babe. Now, I should probably get ready to go out too. I am not feeling great, but ellipses, I can try ellipses. Where do you want to go anyway? I tap my finger against my nose covertly. That's for me to know and you to find out. It's just like Mitsuki said, we're all gonna go on a group date. My life's really gotten exciting lately, eh? I think I am going to throw up, ellipses. Hey, don't do it on my carpet. At least let me get you a bucket. Maybe a little too exciting. Note to self, don't let people try Mitsuki's cooking no matter how curious I am. It'll only end in vomit and despair. Hey! We're at the theme park! We're at Disneyland Tokyo, guys! I mean, whoa. Whoa. Destinyland Tokyo. Destinyland Tokyo, where the rat reigns supreme. Not a mouse. Definitely not a mouse. You know what bugs me? The fact that the Ferris wheel is moving and nothing else in this picture is moving. It just stands out way too much. There at least should be like the roller coaster thing in the background or something. Like, seriously. What manner of place is this? Ellipses? Question mark. Sarah looks around our surroundings, her eyes and mouth both open. She looks like she's just seen a unicorn, and I guess I can understand her surprise. This place is a little overwhelming, even for me. I've never been here before either, but I saw it enough times on TV. It's a theme park, but not just any theme park. It's the theme park to go to in Tokyo. It's the one and only Disney... Isn't it obvious we're at Destinyland? Destinyland, ellipses, question mark. We're only at the entrance plaza, but I can hear the shrill screams of the crowds being jerked around on roller coasters in the distance. Really? I don't see it. Cheery music pipes through the air. People in animal costumes welcome us to the park. A young girl lets go of her balloon and starts sniffling as it flies away through the azure sky. Well, you gotta hit F and chat for that balloon, man. That's all I gotta say. It's a very sad day when a little girl's balloon goes up in the air into oblivion. So, that's just too bad. Destinyland, a land of hopes and dreams. But Sarah looks completely out of her element. I have never seen this place before, ellipses. What? Really? Really, ellipses? Where have you been living under a rock? In heaven, actually. Living under a rock sounds rather cramped and impractical. I wasn't being serious, you know. I take everything seriously. It is the only way to become a good Cupid. Yeah, sure. I think it's one of Sarah's charm points. You do not need to ruffle my hair. Oh, but I do. Oh, but I wanna. Your hair is so ruffly. Sigh, ellipses. I suppose I will allow it for now. I knew she'd cave. No girl can resist my charms. I wish I had your kind of charms. To tell you what, like, that would be so cool to be the lesbian magnet. But here I am as the literal opposite. Alright. Honestly though, I can't believe it. How can you not have heard of Destinyland in this day and age? I don't have enough time to research silly things like this. I am too busy with work. Besides, I have never been to the human world. Sarah catches the eye of a small child a few paces away, chomping on a bright pink of candy floss, and pauses. Tokyo. Before. I don't know you had such huge plazas like this filled with so many people. And so much noise too. Sarah pulls a face. Is this a spot of pagan worship? I open my mouth ready to answer a question when... I pause. Maybe Sarah isn't too far off the mark anyway. I guess in a sense, Disneyland is a little bit like a site of pagan worship. But the people who pilgrimage here don't worship gods. They come to worship the face that dominates all of Western civilization. Roland Rat. How can a cartoon rat gain so much power anyway? Even some of the girls back at Cupid Academy had Roland Rat-themed stationery and tote bags. Why would you not name it Ronald? Roland just doesn't roll off the tongue as well. Sarah might be the only Cupid who doesn't know about Disneyland. She had never had bigger dreams than being at the top-class Cupid, and she has no places she wanted to go, no sights she wanted to see. To be honest, it's kind of sad. Maybe that's why I wanted to bring her here. As Sarah's friend, it's my job to help her expand her horizons. Putting the paganism to one side for now, I think we can enjoy this place, Sarah. It's popular with young women, and the characters are here really cute, too, right? I do not know, ellipses. Sarah eyes one of the staff members distrustfully. This place is full of false idols. It doesn't seem very virtuous. Sarah looks at a small child with the candy floss again. Her nose wrinkles. And they start introducing them so young, too. I don't know what you're talking about, but this isn't an evil place. In fact, it's the happiest place on Earth. How can that be quantified exactly? Oh, it's all over the advertisements. Everybody knows that. Exactly, ladies and gentlemen. All advertisements are true. You should definitely believe 100% of everything advertisements tell you. And you should totally want and buy everything in advertisements ever. Marketing for the win. I do not, ellipses. Then try listening. In DestinyLand, the staff dress up as characters from Destiny movies. And there are lots of rides and delicious food. It's amazing. Yeah, including the great ones like the Uncredibles, the Trucks, the movie. We've got Cinder Block Ella. We got what are some of the other great ones? Lilo Gets Stitches. You know, all the great Destiny movies. I've always wanted to come here ever since I was a little girl, but my parents didn't exactly have any money. Thank you for bringing me here, Lilium. Mitsuki takes hold of my hands with her own. Our fingers looped together. Her eyes are bright and shining like shooting stars and her face is flushed. Mitsuki doesn't look happy. That doesn't begin to cover it. She's elated. This is like all my childhood dreams come true. I always wanted to know what DestinyLand was like, but it's even better than I imagined. Hey now, there's no need to thank me. I pat her on the head. I like spoiling my girls. Your girl? I am your girl? Oh, how dreamy. It's almost as dreamy as going to Disneyland. Almost. So now you've demoted Lilium below Destinyland. Damn, that is a huge step back, girl. You could tell that the love bullet wore off. Man, below Destinyland. I've wanted to come here for a while, too. I figured it'd be fun when we went around together, but you're not enjoying yourself, Sarah. Well, ellipses. Sarah bites her lower lip. She looks around the plaza with pastel buildings and food carts and frowns. It is a bit, ellipses, overwhelming, ellipses. I've never been anywhere like this before, ellipses, and there are so many people, ellipses. An empty styrofoam cup, still leaking coffee, bounces along the ground. It hits Sarah's shoe and comes to a sudden halt. There is a lot of litter too, ellipses. I don't know if this is my kind of place. It is a bit much for me, ellipses. You might not like it, but it's exactly my kind of place. I'm super happy we came here. Mitsuki loops her arm around my eyes and squeezes against my side. If you don't like it, Sarah, you can just go home. I want to explore the park with my Lilium. Isn't that for the best? Wouldn't it make anybody happy? Well, ellipses. I've never been to a place like this before, and, ellipses, I must admit, I am somewhat curious, ellipses. I like exploring new places and learning about new things. It helps the mind develop, and I don't want to be ignorant. If I am going to live here now, ellipses, I cannot afford to be ignorant. Knowledge is power. If I'm interested, but, ellipses, I don't want to look around on my own. If you think I would be a bother, then I can always leave. Maybe you should, you fucking cunt waffle. I don't want anybody interrupting my lovey-dovey time with my Lilium. I thought as much. You two, ellipses, really are close, eh? That's right. We're closer than you can ever imagine. I am just, ellipses, a third wheel, ellipses. Sarah, I look at Sarah and Mitsuki. Mitsuki's still clinging to my arm while Sarah's standing a few feet away. The empty cup of coffee still hit her foot. She looks awkward. She's staring down at the ground. I should have known. Sarah's never been very good with crowds, and despite being so book smart, she doesn't have any street smarts. If it weren't for me, she'd be totally overwhelmed. Sarah can't look around the park on her own, but Mitsuki doesn't seem to want to share me. Will I make the choice between the two of them? Alright, so and the last time I did this, I looked around with Mitsuki because I really like Mitsuki a lot. But I think that's looking around with Sarah might not be a bad thing. I don't know if it's going to be the three of us. It should be the three of us in this case. Unless, maybe not. Ellipses, are you sure this is alright? Of course it's alright. Why wouldn't it be alright? I was just thinking, Ellipses. Mitsuki wanted to look around the park with you, didn't she? So, what about it? Well, Ellipses, I feel a little guilty. I suppose that you decided to show me around instead. Oh, shit! I mean, fair enough. It did make me choose. It sucks to choose between them. I wanted to go, like, why couldn't I just show them both around? You have been living with Mitsuki longer. After all, she has seemed so excited, Ellipses. She knows more about the park than I do, and she seemed so determined to spend some private time with you. I hope she isn't too upset, Ellipses. Oh, Sarah, you worry too much. I do. You always do. Still, I guess you wouldn't be you if you weren't always getting worked up about small, silly things. I grin and prod Sarah's cheek. Her cheeks are very soft, like mochi, and my finger sinks into her flesh easily. H-A, that hurts, Ellipses, exclamation mark. I like hurting you. But why? You always make cute noises and pull cute faces, obviously. Why? You're such a bully, Ellipses. Yeah, you shouldn't admit it so proudly. But I just did. You should know by now, Sarah, I'm not ashamed of who I am. I know, Ellipses, you make it obvious. Sometimes I think it would do you some good if you were a little ashamed. Sarah sighs and bats my finger away. Are you sure this is alright? It's fine, like I said. But Mitsuki is a grown woman. She should be able to get over a little disappointment. Besides, she said it was her dream to go to this park ever since she was a kid. She doesn't need to be with me to enjoy herself. She said she was fine looking around on her own, didn't she? She did, but being on your own isn't very much fun. I know, I really wish that we didn't have to choose. Mitsuki, I miss you. I should have picked Mitsuki again, but I had to be a little bit curious about what her side of the story is, because this is new for me too. Sarah looks at the ground. Shyly, she fiddles with her sleeves. I know that better than anybody, Ellipses. Oh, were you really sad when I left you, Sarah? It's not like I was sad. I just, Ellipses, didn't have anything to think about other than work, I guess, Ellipses. It's embarrassing, but you're the only person in heaven who ever really spoke to me, so... Ellipses, when you left, I was, Ellipses, on my own. It was a little, Ellipses, lonely, but I was busy, and I tried not to think about it. I always have so much work to do. I am always so busy, but, Ellipses, I guess I have some free time on my hands now. And that's why I want to help you fill up your calendar. You've never really let yourself relax before. You don't know how. That's why you need me to show you. Mitsuki's clingy, but she knows how to keep herself entertained. I trust her. You, on the other hand... are you saying you do not trust me? I think you'd be lost without my guidance, that's all. I am not the one who needs your guidance. You are always copying my notes back at school and asking me to tutor you. If anything, you are the one who has been relying on me. For school stuff, maybe. But there's a big, wide world beyond school. Can't you see that, Sarah? I gesture with my hand at the plaza and swing around the buildings. All the children wearing Ronald Rat ears and eating ice cream. Roland Rat ears, I guess. I'm showing Sarah the theme park, but I don't just mean DestinyLand. The world is so much bigger than that. Compared to heaven, Earth is huge. There's so much going on all the time, and there's so many people, too. If Sarah wasn't with me, she'd probably get overwhelmed. You need to learn how to have some fun. Stop being so serious. Get your head out of the books every once in a while and really live. But I have lived most of my life through stories. I am not sure how to live it for myself, Ellipses, and that's why I'm here. I'll help you every step of the way because you're so helpless. I'll even hold your hand if you want. I am not that helpless. You are when it comes to some things. Even Mitsuki agrees with me. Ellipses. Sarah pouts. Her cheeks puff out like a gerbil's. She folds her arm and turns her head away. Well, what happens now? What do you mean? You have brought me to this loud, noisy place, so you better have some kind of plan. If there is anything you want to do, or do you just want to watch me squirm? There's nothing I love more than watching you squirm. Be serious, please. I am being serious. After all, it's been so long. I'm feeling a little pent up. I draw my tongue against my lower lip seductively. Ew. Ellipses. Sarah pulls a face. She takes a step back and nearly bumps into a staff member in a duck costume. You should not do that in a place like this, Lilium. There are children. Does that mean I can flirt with you in a place where there aren't children? Sarah's face burns. Just cut it out. I am stressed enough as it is. You know I don't like crowds or loud noises. Ellipses. I don't like places like this at all. Ellipses. Just hurry up and decide on our itinerary so we can go around this so-called park as quickly as possible. Oh, Sarah, I sigh and must run hand on her shoulder. You don't understand why I brought you here at all, do you? What do you mean, Ellipses? Question mark. Weren't you listening? I brought you here to have fun. Making an itinerary doesn't sound like fun at all. You can't plan every little aspect of your life. You need to go with the flow sometimes. Then what do you suggest we do? Wander around aimlessly until our feet get sore? Hell yeah, kind of. You are terrible at planning. And you plan way too much. It is not possible to plan too much. It is when it gets in the way of having fun. Speaking of which, I shouldn't decide what to do. I came here for you. So, is there anything you want to do, Sarah? Me. That's right, you decide. You're in charge of your own fate. Well, Ellipses. Sarah brushes a strand of hair behind her ear and digs the tip of her shoe against the ground. The smell of fried onions fills the air. Hot dogs, I think. The cheery music continues to play. Children scream and tug their parents here and there. Electronic beeps emit from a nearby claw machine stuffed with cute teddy bears. Teddy bears? I was thinking, Ellipses. Sarah glances at one side's surreptitiously. Very interesting choice of word. Okay. Some words you don't hear in modern conversation, like surreptitiously. So it's hard to, like, you know, pronounce words like that. When you read something in a book, you get your own pronunciation of it, especially if you don't, like, look it up. If you use context to decipher what it is. She thinks she's being covet, but I know what she's looking at. The claw machine, the teddy bears. Ah, I nod my head with sudden understanding. I see. What do you see? Ah, that is so like you, Sarah. What do you mean? You've always liked stuffed toys, haven't you? But you're too embarrassed to admit it. I do not like stuffed toys. I know you do. I do not. Now, you don't have to lie to me, Sarah. I've known you ever since, well, forever. We're best friends, and I know all your secrets. I do not have any secrets, ellipses, exclamation mark. Then what about Daikon? Daikon being her unusually named stuffed bunny. Sarah's face burns with shame. I put all my toys in a box under my bed when I turned 18. I mean, it's childish to want a lot of toys in your room, ellipses. I mean, but stuffed animals are cute. I got my Stitch. He's sitting over there. It might be childish, but it's what you like, isn't it? Ellipses. Sarah bites down on her lower lip. She looks conflicted. Sarah's so curious. Her love of cute stuffed toys contrasts with her outward demeanor. But that only makes her a lot more adorable. Don't worry, Sarah. I'll go win one of those bears for you. You do it, Lilium! You win it for her! See, again. Honestly, I just can't imagine myself being in Lilium's case, but... Well, sometimes. Sometimes. But most of the time, not. But those machines are probably rigged. It'll eat all of your money. Oh, so you know about those. And anyway, I don't even want a stupid bear. Her voice trembles. She knows she isn't being honest, not with me or herself. She wants one of those bears, and she wants it badly. I'm gonna grant her wish. Nothing's too expensive for you, sweetie. I'll be back in a jiffy. I stride confidently towards the machine. I'm not a Cupid for nothing. It's time to make some magic happen. Oh my god, it's so cute! Yeah, I didn't get this one from the last time. Oh, it's so cute! I want one of those bears. Damn it. Wah! Sarah holds onto the stuffed bear tightly. She nuzzles her face against its soft fur. The bear is large, and though it obscures much of Sarah's face, I can see one of her eyes, half of her smile. She's smiling like I've never seen her smile before. Her whole face is glowing. Yo, I gotta say though, that outfit, I mean, come on. You're not even wearing a bra. It's a little crazy, don't you think? In fact, how is that shirt even really staying on? It's just... Anyway, he is so cute, Ellipses. So you've decided he's a he. Of course he is a he. Isn't it obvious? I didn't know stuffed toys had, well, genders, I guess. There is a lot you don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised. You're not sensitive enough to tell these things, but I can see all the subtle signs. You do not see the shape of his forehead. That's definitely masculine, and the look in his eyes. He is definitely a boy. She states it firmly, as though daring me to disagree. Not that I want to. Why would I? Sarah's fierce determination is far too adorable. So, have you thought of a name for him? Well, you were the one who caught him for me, so maybe you should do the honors. Please. You know I'm terrible with names, and you're the one who wanted him, not me. I guess, Ellipses. Sarah's shoulders slump. Maybe she's a little relieved. She offered to let me name the bear, but I'm sure that was an empty gesture. She didn't really want to let me. Not when the bear is so important to her. Well, if you don't mind then, Ellipses, maybe I will name him after you. Me? That's right. How about Lilja? I'm just gonna say Elijah. Sarah's face flushes shyly. She buries her nose into the bear's fluffy coat once more. It's probably stupid. Here, let me... Yeah! It's okay. It's okay. Lady Jude, go. We gotta snuggle. It's probably stupid, but... No, I don't think it sounds stupid. It's cute. Really? Yeah, it's cute, just like you. I am not... Ellipses. You totally are. I wonder, Ellipses. I don't know if I am cute, but Ellipses. Sarah peeps at me from behind Elijah's ears. Her eyelashes flutter shyly. I wanted Elijah so badly, but I was too embarrassed to say, Ellipses. I thought you'd tease me if I asked, but, Ellipses, well, thank you for winning him for me. Oh, it's no problem. Seeing you happy makes me happy. Really? Question mark. That's right, I mean, Ellipses, you are my best friend. Eee! So cute! By the time we are ready to leave DestinyLand, the sky is starting to turn dark. Fireworks explode in the sky, which signal the imminent closing of the park. The crowd's thinned out considerably over the course of the day. It's a lot quieter now, almost eerily so. The cheerful music has stopped. Now I can hear the sound of the wind gently rocking the trees that dot the plaza. I think it might rain soon, too. Maybe there'll be a storm tonight? At least it was sunny for most of the day. I guess the park will be closing in a few minutes. I'm a little sad it's over already, but at the same time I was glad I had such a good time. I'd never been to a theme park before, so it was definitely a good experience. Human culture is so interesting. I just hope these happy, relaxing days can continue without end. But unfortunately, good things can't last forever. Gotta say, the fireworks animation's pretty dope. It's just as I thought. There's a storm brewing outside. It's dark in my room. The curtains... Oh, actually, we're at the 40-minute mark. So, we're going to see what happens next in the next episode. So make sure you guys click that thumbs up button down below for me, because you already know your support is greatly appreciated. And we'll see you all next time.